Tell me what's worse than learning all that you led to believe was all horse crap. They distort.
Welcome to 3 Count Commentary. So let's talk about King Corbin and Shinsuke Nakamura. All right. Hey, it's gonna be. I'm gonna tell you in a minute while I'm laughing. Okay. So Corbin comes out and he's talking about him about to wrestle Nakamura, and he's basically saying Nakamura ain't no real king. He's the one true king of the WWE. That real kings wear $40,000 watches, drives a Ferrari, and have hungry war dogs, not fluffy cats. To this point, as soon as he mentioned his watch, Ringside News tweets out that he flexes his shitty $40,000 watch every week. which King Corbin responded that he could sell his watch, buy their mama's house, and kick their mustard-stained, sweaty asses out on the street. Oh boy, this is a King Corbin household over here, Jack. You feel me? This is a King Corbin household over here. I fucks with Nakamura, I really do. But if he gonna be dunking on wrestling journalists on Twitter, this is a King Corbin household the entire time. I salute thee, sir. I am all about that. What I'm not all about is guitars. I'm not about the music gimmicks. Look, I was extremely happy when I heard the guitars and everything. I'm like, what is going on? And it's our boy Rick Boogs. Now they've changed his name. I think his name is now Boogs instead of Buges or Bugez. It's Boogs. Boog, like booger. They just got to change everything. But Rick Bugenhagen is now playing the electric guitar, doing the Freddie Mercury scream, which is both of those things. If there wasn't so many people like Elias already playing guitar, and Xavier Woods with the trombone. He was playing the bass not too long ago. And I think maybe that's why he probably stopped playing the bass, is because they had this Rick Bugenhagen thing. And since the Nita Strauss interest at WrestleMania worked so well for Nakamura, they decided to that's where they changed his whole theme song in the first place to the electric guitar. So now they just basically, we're gonna have Bugenhagen hanging out with him, and Bugenhagen's personality is going to rub off on Nakamura. And Bugenhagen has a very strong personality. He's funny as fuck. I still remember his actual NXT debut, and I only watched it once. Like, there is some people who just make that kind of impression that you only really need to see what they do once. I saw Rick Bugenhagen do his NXT debut one time. That was the actual week that it happened. I can tell you everything that happened. Bugenhagen was amazing. That primal Freddie Mercury scream that he does is fucking great. And then he immediately went off TV after that. And he's been off TV ever since. But when he was doing I think he might have worked a couple of times after that. But he was doing the air guitar, and he had NXT rocking off his first his introduction. They really should have, if they was going to have live audiences, why the fuck didn't they wait and let Bugenhagen get that pop of everybody screaming with him and him doing the air guitar? You had Pat McAfee over in the corner with the air guitar. He's marking out for Rick Bugenhagen. This shit was great. This was a great debut. You got Boogs out there playing the guitar, Nakamura doing Nakamura things. King Corbin is disgusted with everything. Michael Cole's not sure what's going on because he's in a permanent state of confusion. Pat McAfee is loving it. He's playing air guitar and talking about how great Bugenhagen is. Bugenhagen is a babyface. He's not a heel, which is good. And the guys who did the Old Spice commercials are now finally back on TV. R-Truth is back. Drew Gulak is back. Tozawa is back. Now Bugenhagen is making his debut on SmackDown. Now, the only problem I got here is, again, the music gimmicks. There's so many music gimmicks in wrestling now. There's literally two different guys playing two different kinds of guitar. You know, if somebody come up with a fucking clarinet, I'm just gonna throw everything. All right. When somebody starts breaking out, when Edge and Christian eventually get back together within the next 6 weeks and they're playing the kazoo, I'm throwing shit straight up. But I'm trying to be positive because I do like Bugenhagen. I want him to get the look. He doesn't have, I don't believe he has the in-ring thing yet. He's got the personality part. The in-ring thing is always going to be his problem, just like it was Elias. But I cannot wait until those worlds collide. And if they're smart, they save that for the Royal Rumble. They save it for like the first SmackDown of what live crowds of Bugenhagen versus Elias, the electric guitar versus the string guitar. Man, it was now Bugenhagen's electric guitar could use some work. It was a little off, but he was pretty good with that thing. Unfortunately, to take it to the next level, it was a distraction finish with Nakamura. Nakamura brewing coffee and getting gas with Corbin's crown is great. That's great stuff. I like that. So he's really they're kind of playing on it now. I see it's two guys fighting over the crown. It's not going to be a King of the Ring tournament. Whatever. We got happy for nothing. We can't have anything. But this is good. You know, Bugenhagen's in a good spot. He could talk for Nakamura if he needs to. He has all the gimmicks in the world. It's probably going to be like a Man Mount Rock type of gimmick. King Corbin's not doing anything anyway. This works. You know, he can keep dunking on wrestling journalists, which I love. I hate that they've done back-to-back weeks of matches already, because now it's like, okay, I seen them wrestle last week. I saw them wrestle again. And I know now that they're 1-1, they've got to have a definitive match. And not thrilled about that. We need some stakes, right? Put the actual crown on the line. Say, hey, if Nakamura beats him, not only does he got to get to keep the crown, but King Corbin has to change his name. So he has to go back to being Baron Corbin, you know, and that's fine with me too. Now, before I sign off, I do want to talk about King Corbin's gimmick of talking about how much his watch costs and talk about his Ferraris and stuff like that. I actually like that angle for the character. Him talking about his wealth and how much money he has. It got the right response, even on Twitter. People don't want to hear I forget who said it. You know, people want to hear you doing well, but they don't want to hear that you're doing better than them. I forget who said that. I really suck at remembering names. I think, was it Dusty? But it was somebody else too. But people don't want to hear about you doing that good, you know. And I really support it. I'm all about it. Him talking about how much his watch costs and everything. Is he be the only one person doing it? Really, nobody else really does it. So if it accentuates his king character to talk about his wealth and his power, since they took away his subjects, both his subjects got fired. Then okay, cool. But I am questioning where we're going with Bugenhagen and Nakamura. Is that just going to be a pairing? Hopefully they don't end up as a fucking tag team. Hopefully this ends up as Boogs being a guy who is like Nakamura's fan or something. I really don't know how that works. We're going to have to explain at some point the Bugenhagen-Nakamura relationship, because we just saw Bugenhagen come out with a guitar and everybody was just happy to see Boogs. But now I'm like, okay, I see Boogs. This is good. Fine. He's going to be on SmackDown. But now where do we go? What is his character going to be? His character going to be a guy with a guitar? You know, are we going to go full rock god with it? You know, are we going to do, you know, him in full, you know, Freddie Mercury, Queen, like get up, you know, like that may work. But, you know, at the same time, also because I'm conflicted. I like Bugenhagen, but music. This is the fourth music gimmick in WWE. The fourth. Hit Row, Elias, Xavier Woods, Bugenhagen. Telling you, man, somebody start breaking out a drum set or a pair of bongos or something like that, dog, I might flip my fucking lid. I don't know what, I can't take no more. I can't take no more of the rappers and the singers and everything. Now, I'm willing to accept it from Boogs because, again, that was part of his gimmick. Way before, I mean, even when Elias was the drifter, he wasn't really singing songs. He just walked around with a guitar. But Bugenhagen was already doing the power ballads and all that kind of stuff. So I'm willing to take it for him with that. But so I'm going to say, simply explain why Nakamura and Bugenhagen are together. They need to do that. They need to do it soon. All right, but let me know what you guys think. Like, share, subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later, man. Donate if you can. I would really appreciate that. Peace out.
Old non-aggression. Once that lesson sets in, you'll see a session where you got an affection for no progression, regression. The best.